Beneath a quiet hill in China, hidden from the world for over 2 millennia, lies a tomb so perilous that even the boldest scientists hesitate to touch it. This is no ordinary grave. It's a labyrinth of secrets, laced with liquid poison and guarded by traps that could still kill after 2,000 years. The final resting place of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. It holds promises of ancient knowledge, unimaginable wealth, or catastrophic consequences for anyone who dares to break its seal. Why does this tomb inspire such fear? What could be so dangerous that modern technology refuses to challenge it? Let's unravel the enigma of the world's most forbidden burial. Deep in the heart of Lebanon, where the earth itself seems to hold its breath, the tomb of Qin Shi Huang lies untouched, a silent monument to a ruler who defied death itself. This isn't just a pile of dead or forgotten relic. It's a fortress, engineered with chilling precision to keep intruders out forever. The air above the mound carries a faint metallic tang, a clue to the rivers of liquid mercury flowing beneath, poisoning the soil and warning all who come near. Scientists have mapped the world's oceans and walked on the moon. Yet this underground complex remains a black box, its contents too dangerous to explore. The tomb's defenses are not mere legend. Ancient texts, written centuries ago, speak of crossbows rigged to fire at the slightest disturbance, their bronze mechanisms still sharp and ready after 2,000 years. Ground scans confirm strange metallic signatures buried deep, hinting at a network of deadly contraptions. The Chinese government has banned any attempt to excavate the central chamber, not out of reverence, but out of fear. One wrong move could unleash a chemical nightmare or destroy artifacts that could rewrite history. Mercury is the tomb's silent guardian. Tests reveal levels in the soil hundreds of times higher than safe limits, a toxic moat that seeps into the earth and taints the water. This isn't a decorative flourish. It's a deliberate barrier designed to kill. Ancient records describe channels carved to mimic China's great rivers, filled with shimmering, lethal liquid. The builders didn't just bury their emperor. They created a death trap meant to outlast empires. When researchers used remote sensors to probe the site, they found mercury concentrations so high they could only come from a deliberate, massive installation. It's as if the tomb was built to poison the future. But the danger runs deeper than poison. Some scholars believe the tomb was more than a grave. It was a weapon, not just against thieves but against time itself. Newly uncovered texts from the Qin dynasty hint at a darker purpose, a curse of eternity meant to haunt anyone who disturbs the emperor's rest. These writings speak of 1,000 terrors woven into the tomb's design, from collapsing chambers to unseen forces that could strike without warning. This wasn't superstition, it was strategy. The emperor's architects used science and fear to create a legacy that could never be touched. The tomb's mysteries don't end with traps or toxins. Electromagnetic anomalies pulse from the site, defying explanation. Heat signatures shift in patterns that suggest hidden mechanisms still active beneath the earth. Some researchers speculate about sealed chambers filled with gases or pathogens, preserved in an airtight environment for centuries. Opening the tomb could release something ancient, something humanity isn't prepared to face. The risk isn't just to the explorers but to the millions living nearby, where a mercury leak could poison rivers and fields for generations. Qin Shi Huang wasn't just a ruler. He was a man obsessed with conquering death. Crowned at 13, he unified China's warring states and built an empire that reshaped history. But his greatest ambition was to live forever. He sent fleets across seas in search of mythical elixirs, drank mercury to preserve his youth, and ordered the construction of a tomb that would make him a god in the afterlife. Some believe the tomb holds his preserved remains, perhaps even experiments in immortality, organs, blood, or forbidden rituals locked away in hidden vaults. The thought is chilling. What if the emperor's quest for eternal life succeeded in ways we can't yet understand? Radar scans from the early 2000s revealed a complex network of chambers beneath the mound, some shaped like mountains, others like rivers, as if the emperor built a miniature world to rule in death. Rare stones, toxic metals, and intricate carvings suggest a place of cosmic significance, not just a burial site. The ceiling, ancient texts claim, is painted with stars, a replica of the heavens, while the floor maps the empire in stone and mercury. This wasn't a tomb. It was a universe crafted for one man to reign forever. The Chinese government's refusal to excavate isn't just caution. It's a recognition of the stakes. The tomb's contents could change our understanding of ancient China, revealing technologies or knowledge lost to time. But one misstep could destroy it all. The air alone could corrode delicate artifacts, as it did with the vibrant paints of the Nebai terracotta army. A single breach could trigger traps or release a cloud of mercury vapor, turning the site into a disaster zone. For now, the tomb remains a forbidden puzzle, its secrets locked away by fear and respect. The terracotta army, discovered just a mile away, offers a glimpse of what lies beneath. In 1974, farmers digging a well stumbled across fragments of clay that turned out to be life-size soldiers, each one unique, frozen in eternal vigilance. Thousands of figures, soldiers, horses, musicians, even acrobats, stand in silent ranks, guarding the emperor's tomb. Their faces, carved with individual expressions, hint at real people, perhaps the emperor's own army, immortalized in clay. These weren't mass-produced statues. They were masterpieces, each one a testament to a society capable of feats we still struggle to comprehend. The army wasn't just decorative. Positioned to face the emperor's ancient enemies, it was a symbolic defense, a warning that even in death, Qin Shi Huang was ready for war. The figures were once painted in brilliant colors, red, blue, gold, but exposure to air stripped them bare in hours, a lesson in the fragility of ancient relics. This disaster made archaeologists rethink their approach. If the terracotta army, an outer defense, was so delicate, what would happen to the tomb's inner chambers? The fear of losing history forever keeps the central mound untouched. Weapons found with the army add to the mystery. Bronze swords and crossbows, some still sharp, were coated with a chromium compound that preserved them for centuries, a technology not rediscovered until the modern era. These weren't props. They were tools of war, designed to function in the afterlife. The craftsmanship suggests a civilization far ahead of its time, capable of engineering defenses that could still be lethal. If the outer army is this advanced, what lies deeper inside the tomb? Theories abound about what the tomb hides. Some say it contains scrolls with lost knowledge, astronomical charts, alchemical recipes, or records of the emperor's reign. Others believe it holds evidence of human sacrifice, workers buried alive to serve their ruler in eternity. The most daring speculate about mechanical devices powered by mercury or springs that could still be ticking beneath the earth. Ancient texts mention flowing rivers and eternal lamps, hinting at systems that mimic life itself. Could the tomb be a machine built to run forever? Modern science has tried to peek inside without breaking the seal. Ground-penetrating radar maps hollow spaces and solid walls, revealing a maze of chambers. Magnetometers detect metal objects, possibly traps or treasures. Soil tests confirm the mercury's presence, its concentration forming a map that matches ancient descriptions of rivers. Yet these tools can't see everything. The tomb's core remains opaque, its secrets guarded by layers of clay and stone. Even tiny robots, sent through cracks, have failed to reach the central chamber, stopped by narrow passages and unknown obstacles. The mercury alone is a staggering feat. Extracting and transporting it in such quantities would have been a logistical nightmare for an ancient society. The Qin dynasty's ability to refine and channel it into a flowing system speaks to a level of engineering we're only beginning to understand. Some researchers believe the mercury was circulated, perhaps through pipes or channels, creating a dynamic defense that's still active. If true, the tomb isn't just a static grave, it's a living system designed to protect itself. But the tomb's dangers go beyond the physical. Ancient Chinese beliefs in feng shui and spiritual energy suggest a deeper purpose. The tomb's layout, aligned with the stars and rivers, might channel cosmic forces, creating a spiritual barrier as potent as its physical traps. Taoist priests of the time believed energy could be manipulated like water, directed to harm or protect. Some modern scholars think the tomb was built to trap spirits or curse intruders, a weapon of the soul as much as the body. In rural China, locals still speak of the tomb as a place of power, too sacred to disturb. The emperor's obsession with immortality shaped every aspect of the tomb. He drank mercury, believing it would preserve his life, only to die from its poison at 39. His death, in 210 BC, was a bitter irony. The elixir he sought became his undoing, and now it guards his grave. Yet his ambitions succeeded in one way. The tomb has remained inviolate, untouched by looters, wars, or time. Later dynasties left it alone, perhaps out of fear, perhaps out of reverence. Even today, its silence commands respect, a testament to a ruler who refused to fade. The tomb's design reflects this defiance. Ancient records describe a miniature empire, with rivers of mercury, mountains of stone, and a starry ceiling. Every detail was deliberate, from the placement of the terracotta army to the alignment of the chambers. Qin Shi Huang didn't just want to be remembered, he wanted to rule forever. His tomb was a declaration that death was just another kingdom to conquer. The stars above, the rivers below, and the army outside were all part of his eternal court. But eternity comes with risks. The longer the tomb stays sealed, the more it faces threats from nature. Earthquakes rattle Shaanxi every few years, each one a gamble that could collapse the chambers. Rainwater seeps into the soil, slowly eroding what lies beneath. Pollution and acid rain add to the danger, threatening to degrade artifacts before they are ever seen. Time is as much an enemy as any intruder, and the tomb's secrets may not wait forever. There's also the human threat. History shows that no site is safe from looters, driven by greed for artifacts that could fetch millions on the black market. The Chinese government guards the site, but thieves are patient, and the tomb's fame makes it a target. If opened carelessly, its treasures could vanish into private collections, lost to history forever. Yet opening it with current technology risks destruction. The air could ruin delicate silks or paintings, as it did with the terracotta army's colors. A single spark could ignite a chemical reaction, turning the tomb into a toxic inferno. Scientists face a dilemma. Some argue the tomb must be opened to preserve its contents before nature destroys them. Others say it's too dangerous, that we lack the tools to do it safely. The mercury alone poses a lethal threat, capable of poisoning workers or contaminating the region. Traps, if they still function, could kill without warning. And then there's the fear of the unknown. What if the tomb holds something we can't predict, like a pathogen or chemical compound lost to history? The debate isn't just scientific, it's cultural. Many in China see the tomb as sacred, a monument to their first emperor. Disturbing it could be seen as disrespect, a violation of a legacy that has stood for centuries. Some locals believe the tomb's curses are real, not just traps but spiritual forces tied to the emperor's will. Even skeptics hesitate, wary of unleashing something symbolic, a reminder of a ruler who refused to let go. Technology offers hope, but it's not enough. New scanning tools are being developed, capable of seeing deeper without breaking the seal. Lasers and drones might one day map the tomb's interior, revealing its secrets without risk. But these are years away, and time is relentless. Every day, the tomb inches closer to ruin or discovery, a race between human ingenuity and the emperor's ancient defenses. The tomb's allure is undeniable. It could hold answers to questions we haven't even asked, about ancient China, about engineering, about the human drive to defy death. Scrolls, if they exist, could reveal lost philosophies or technologies. Artifact could show us a world we've only glimpsed in fragments. But the cost of that knowledge is steep. One mistake could erase it all, leaving nothing but regret. Qin Shi Huang's tomb is a paradox, a treasure we can't touch, a mystery we can't solve. It stands as a challenge to our courage, our technology, and our respect for the past. Do we dare disturb a ruler who planned for eternity? Or do we let his secrets sleep, guarded by poison and time? The answer lies beneath that silent hill, waiting for someone bold enough or foolish enough to break the seal.